Hey guys, it's the first day of the Magical Read-A-Thon challenge. I'm in bed reading Timekeeper. I'm hoping to get through like half of what I have left today and then finish the rest tomorrow. I'm trying to keep to 2 books per day and not go over too much. One of the books is finish in a day though, so that does give me a little bit of leeway. But yeah, I'm gonna get to reading. Hey guys, it's Wednesday the 19th now, and I finished Timekeeper, but I finished it today, the 3rd day of the reading challenge. I don't know how it happened, but yesterday I got sent home early from work because I was just so sick, and even today I've had a fever on and off. The side of my head has been hurting so much, and my throat is a little swollen on the side right here. And I also threw up this morning, but I think that's because I took medication without having eaten anything. But I did manage to finish Timekeeper, and I filled in the block for it on my Magical Read-A-Thon spread in my bullet journal, and I'll insert the footage to that after this so that you can see. I'm going to start Rule today, which is my second challenge, to help Hagrid decorate the tree, which requires a book with a gold detail. So I'm going to try to start, so I'm going to start that today, and hopefully I can get at least 100 pages in, maybe 150 pages. It's only 371 pages, so if I get to about 150, then I'll be nearly halfway, and then hopefully I can finish it tomorrow. I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself, though, because I am still feeling kind of sick. I just took a shower, and that seemed to really help. I literally have done nothing in the last 2 days but sleep, and sometimes it felt like even after I'd woken up, I would have like half an hour's worth of energy, and then I was exhausted as if I'd been out running. So I'm still just trying to take it easy. I am going to try and go back to work tomorrow. I just really love this new job. My boss told me to take as many days off as I needed, that they needed me to be there when I was feeling good, not, poorly. But I'm feeling much better today, or at least now that I've had a shower, and I also had some soup. So definitely going to try and go back tomorrow. The 3rd challenge, to visit the 3 broomsticks, is a 1-day challenge. So that does give me an extra day. So hopefully I'll be able to get Rule done and it won't throw me off track too much. So I'm going to start reading now, and hopefully I can get through a good chunk so that I don't fall behind. Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday the 22nd, and I'm sat on my couch reading. I'm like 150 pages into excuse me, I'm still sick. 150 pages into Rule, and I'm really liking it so far. Again, I don't know why this keeps happening to me. It's got 3 perspectives, which I've mentioned before in a previous weekly wrap-up that I'm not really a fan of. Even 2 perspectives I don't like, and the last couple of books that I've read, it's been okay. I've liked both character storylines, so it hasn't really bothered me. But in this one, it's about 3 different girls who turn out to be the king's daughters. And they need to come to the kingdom and serve and learn. And eventually one of them is going to be declared queen because the last male heir has been killed. And so it goes back and forth between their perspectives, and they're from completely different, ways of life in which they were brought up. And one of the girls, Florencia, was brought up in court, but as a serving maid, so she does have a little bit of an edge over the other girls. She knows how court works, and she knows a lot of the people already, and it just kind of makes her snobby, and makes her feel like she's better than the other girls. But, the secret twist is that they've all done something really bad that could get them killed. That as a normal person would get them killed. So I'm kind of waiting to see how that plays out. I don't know how much reading I'll be able to get done today. I'm really hoping to finish. This book isn't that long. It's just over 300 pages. But today is Tamale Day at my aunt's house, which means most of my family is going to be there. and we're gonna be making tamales all day. We're not going until 12, and it's like 9 o'clock right now, so I'm hoping I could get to like 250 pages before we have to leave, and that way tonight I can just finish the last 100 pages and be done and start my graphic novel tomorrow for challenge 3, a book to be read in a day. And I'm off tomorrow. I also have Christmas Eve and Christmas off, which is really nice, so I don't go back to work until Wednesday, and then that also just happens to be my off Friday, so I just work Wednesday and Thursday next week, which is really nice because I feel like I just need to recuperate. I don't have a fever or a headache, but my throat is still kind of sore, and I have a like nasty cough. And my nose on both sides, you can't really see it, but on the sides here, just from blowing it, are such a bright red, and it's so painful. So I just need a couple of days to like fix my body, basically. So yeah, I'm just going to maybe make some tea and relax for now, and read my book. I've got my Christmas tree on, I've got a Zoella vlog going, so I'm having a cozy morning, and I'm definitely going to make that tea. I will update you guys. We'll try to update you guys before I leave, just to let you know if I made it to like 200 pages even. Hey guys, I am back from tamale making. It was like 6 hours of prep work and spreading masa and all of that. But I'm finally home now on the couch. I'm getting ready to finish Rule. I hit almost 200 pages, so I only have about 150 left. I think I can finish tonight, so I'm in my comfy jammies. I've got 2 cooked tamales and my book with me. I'm just gonna watch YouTube videos for the rest of the night and relax. My boyfriend is going to Palm Springs to hang out with a friend of his from Colorado that's visiting in town, so he's not gonna be back until sometime tomorrow, so I have the whole house to myself, and I'm just going to read and relax, which I'm pretty excited about. Hey guys, it's Monday, December 24th. Happy Christmas Eve to everybody. I have a super busy day today. I still have a couple of gifts to wrap before tonight. On Christmas Eve, my boyfriend's family does their Christmas, and on Christmas Day, my family does ours, which works out for the both of us. That way, each year we don't have to compromise whose families we go to, but it just means that some stuff needs to be ready a little bit earlier. So I do have a few presents left to wrap, and then I also bring cookies. They're like a traditional Spanish cookie, to Christmas every year from my family. So I have to do that today, and the recipe makes like 7 dozen because they're like tiny little cookies, but they're my favorite, and I do love making them. It's just a hassle, especially because I don't have like I have a hand mixer to go in the bowl, but even that gets kind of like tiring sometimes. It would be nice to just have like a KitchenAid mixer to use. But they're kind of expensive, so that's something that I'm waiting on getting. Because I have a busy day, it means I don't really know how much reading I'm going to be getting done, but I did want to update you on the 2 books that I finished yesterday. So yesterday I did the last of my Christmas shopping. I just needed to get one more gift for my aunt and the other half of my mom's gift. But I went kind of early at like noon, and I grabbed those 2 things really quickly, and then I spent the rest of the day at Barnes & Noble, which was really nice. It's definitely easier for me to read there for some reason than it is here at home. I'm not really sure why, but I managed to finish Rule, which was really good. I gave it like a 4.5 out of 5 stars just because it was a little hard to get into at the beginning, and because it has 3 different point of views, which in this one I also didn't hate as much because it wasn't 3 completely different storylines. It was just one storyline with each girl's different perspective, which I kind of liked because it gave a little more detail. At the beginning, there was one perspective, one of the girls that I just didn't care for as much. She grew up in the castle, so basically the book follows 3 girls who have no idea, but they are actually the king's bastard daughters, And when his son, the actual heir to the throne, is murdered, he calls on them and tells them, I can pick from one of you to rule the throne after me because I'm dying. And one of the girls, Florencia, grew up as a maid in the castle, so she has a little bit of an advantage. And she just kind of spent a lot of the beginning of the book acting like she was better than the other girls, which I didn't really like at all. And she does have some character growth, and she stops looking down on them as much, and they become really close, which was really great to watch. But just because of the first few chapters that I wasn't really into, and that was the reason why it took me so long to get into this book, I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. But it did end on like the biggest cliffhanger for a book that I have read in quite a while. And I'm sad because this book just came out this year, which means it's going to be at least another year and a half before we get another book, which is a little disappointing. So the second book that I finished was In Real Life by Cory Doctorow and Jen Wong, and it took me like an hour, maybe less, to get through this because it is a graphic novel. And I mentioned this in a previous clip that I've been really wanting to get into graphic novels, and now I'm not so sure. It's a little, they're a little hard to get into just because you don't get any narration or like inner monologues from the characters to kind of like get more detail and a better perspective, and it just flew through so quickly. Like, I read more than half of it in like 30 minutes at Barnes & Noble. And then I went with my boyfriend to his family's house because they had some family friends in town, like, just for yesterday. And when we got home, I literally was like, well, gotta finish the rest of my book really quickly. And it was like 15 more minutes and I was done. Which is a little disappointing because I just kind of like to learn more about the characters, and I felt like we didn't really get to do that. Like, all I know about the main character is that she might be in high school. She plays video games. She lives with her parents, and her mom is a little overprotective. But like, for most books, when you read about them, you get to learn about like their childhood. Sometimes you learn about like their quirks and things that they do and don't like, and who their friends are and stuff. And I just didn't really get that from this. So I think I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was a good storyline, and I liked a lot of what they were talking about. They talked about like bullying and representation for girls, and even like work issues in China, which was really interesting. But I just didn't feel a connection to the characters, and it flew by so quickly that I really didn't have any time to do that. So 3.5 out of 5 stars. So that means that I have finished helping Hagrid decorate the Christmas trees, and I have had my pixie wine at the 3 broomsticks. So now I'm ready to attend a Yule ball and read Dead Endia. I'm actually pretty excited about this. It is another graphic novel, but it's got so much more in it, and it's like twice the size of In Real Life was. So I'm hoping, oh, it's actually got chapters in it. I didn't know that. So I'm hoping I just get a little more of the characters, and because it's a little bit bigger, it'll mean that I'll get to learn more about them and really get into the story. Because In Real Life, there wasn't enough time. It was over in like 45 minutes, and it was like, it was done with, and I didn't make any emotional connections with the characters. But I'm pretty excited about reading this one. I specifically picked 2 graphic novels because I knew that I could fly through them really quickly, and that would kind of make up for the time that it took me to finish the other actual books that I was reading. So hopefully I'll be able to get through a couple chapters in this before I go to my boyfriend's Christmas dinner with his family. And then we're actually not doing Christmas with my family until 3 o'clock tomorrow. So we're staying overnight at his parents' house to open more gifts in the morning. It's like a tradition that they do. And I kind of get up a little bit earlier than he does. So if I'm quiet, I might be able to finish this while he's still sleeping. And before we go to my grandparents' house. And before we go to my aunt's house for Christmas. So since I finished 2 books, that means I can fill in my spread here for helping Hagrid and for visiting the 3 broomsticks. So I'm going to insert the footage for that now, and I will see you guys tomorrow to update you if I manage to finish another book. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you may or may not know, I participated in the Magical Reast 2018 Read-A-Thon hosted by @BookRoast. It spanned 10 days, and you basically had to read 5 books and watch a Harry Potter movie at the end to celebrate having finished your coursework, been on holiday, and just enjoyed your Christmas time. So I didn't actually manage to finish the challenge. I'm planning on finishing today. It is the 30th though, so I'm a couple days late, but we'll just say that I used a time turner to go back and finish the challenges. So I did manage to finish the first one, which was finish your coursework. I read Timekeeper, and I gave it like a 4 out of 5 stars. I did really like it, but like the first half, I wasn't really interested in, but it did get better, and there is more to the series, so I do want to pick those up and read them in 2019. The second book that I read was Rule, and I read it for the Help Hagrid Decorate the Trees challenge, which was to have something with a gold detail on it, and I really, really liked this. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars just because at the beginning I wasn't really into it. I didn't like the multiple perspectives, but it did get really good, and it left it on such a huge cliffhanger, and I cannot wait for the next book to come out. I haven't checked Goodreads to see if there's a publication date for it, but fingers crossed it's sometime in 2019 because I don't know how long I can wait for it. The third book that I finished was In Real Life by Cody Doctorow, and I wasn't quite sure how I felt about it. I ended up giving it a 3.5 out of 5 stars because I literally finished this in like 45 minutes, maybe less than that, which I have never done with a book before. I know that graphic novels, obviously there's not too much text in it, but because I finished it so quickly, I just felt like I didn't make any sort of connection with the characters, which just made me not really like it. I liked a lot of the things they talked about, but it just wasn't for me. With that being said, the fourth book that I finished was Dead Endia, which was the Attend a Yule Ball challenge, and I really, really liked this. It was like it's a quirky book. The characters work in a haunted like amusement park and at a haunted house in the amusement park, and it was a really fun read. Also a graphic novel, but there was so much more to it than the other one that I just liked it a lot better. So I ended up giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. Again, I flew through it really quickly, which was good and wasn't good. I would have just preferred a little more detail about the characters, but it was still really cute, and I still did really like it. My fifth challenge was to bring a festive treat to the Owlry, and I have been reading the Wren Hunt for that challenge. It's really good. I am not too far in, only 69 pages, but the text is pretty large on the page and there's not too much. So I think I can finish this today and also watch a Harry Potter movie and be done with the challenge. And I'm just going to consider that I finished it, and I will fill in my last 2 spots and film myself doing that. I did film a little bit of myself reading throughout the week, so I will insert those clips after this. Just when I got to kind of like intense part in the books. But I did not film all that much. I basically did not start the challenge until the 3rd day. For the first 2 days, I had the flu, so I was really, really sick with fever, a lot of pressure in my head, aches, and I just spent the first 2 days, the 17th, the 18th, sleeping. I managed to read a little bit, but because I spent the first 2 days asleep, I didn't finish Timekeeper until like the 3rd day. So I think I actually ended up finishing Timekeeper on the 4th day of the challenge. It took me 2 days to read Rule, and I specifically picked graphic novels to read in the middle because I knew they weren't going to take me that long and that I could get through them quickly and kind of catch up. And then I just had work and Christmas and a lot of things got in the way, so I didn't get to finish. But it was still fun to participate in and to go onto the Twitter page that the Read-A-Thon has and like interact with everybody and talk about where we were and how far behind we all seem to be. And it was interesting. I think I would like to participate in more challenges in 2019. So I'll insert the few clips that I have of me now reading, and I just wanted to say that I had fun with this, and I'm glad I started my YouTube channel this year. I'm really hoping to get a camera in 2019 and start buying more books and reading more books, but I will talk about that in my next video that's going up, where I talk about my 2018 reading challenge and what I plan to do for 2019. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.